Hi, friends, it's Miss Linda. I'm going to draw today, but I'm not going to draw a narrative. It's not going to be my story today. It's going to be the life cycle of a butterfly. So, if anybody wants to know, they could look at this drawing. We'll call it a science journal. Just from observation, you can draw what you see happening. Like in a journal, you could always take a piece of paper, and if you're looking at an ant or you're studying maybe a bug that you caught, you can draw what you see, and that's your observation, your journal. But today, we're going to talk about the life cycle of a butterfly. I think we all know about the metamorphosis that happens. A metamorphosis is something that changes from one thing into a different thing. And we're going to talk about the caterpillar who has legs and crawls on the ground or on leaves, because that's what they eat, to a butterfly who doesn't crawl on the ground or live on a leaf to eat. It has wings to fly, and it drinks the nectar of flowers. So those are really two different things, but they start out the same. And then they change. So here is the life cycle. It's the cycle that happens every time an egg is laid by a butterfly. Oh, that's the first thing that happens then. Number one, the first thing that happens is that a butterfly lays an egg on a leaf. There's the leaf, and there's the egg. So the first thing that happens is that a butterfly lays an egg. Actually, she'll probably lay a lot of eggs on a lot of leaves. What's the second thing that happens? The second thing that happens, number two, the second thing that happens is that a caterpillar comes out of that egg. It hatches, and it is a tiny caterpillar with legs, and it eats leaves. Well, it eats a lot of leaves, so it starts out small. But then it sheds its skin like a snake because it needs room to grow. So then it gets bigger. And it sheds its skin again, and it gets even bigger. And when it sheds its skin for the last time, it will be underneath a leaf on a branch, and it will hang like this. It will hang like that. And when it does that, that last bit of skin will come off, and he will have a shell around him. It will look kind of, so the place that he chose to hang upside down, let's say it's a big thick leaf, will be the place that his shell, his chrysalis or his cocoon, will hang. And he stays inside for quite a long time because this is where he's changing. He stays inside for almost 2 weeks, and lots of changes are happening. He doesn't need all of those legs anymore. He doesn't need any of the fuzz he had. So his body starts to do something, and that's the metamorphosis, changing from one thing into another. The fourth thing that happens is that when it's time, he nibbles a little hole, and he comes out, and he is, at that point, a butterfly. Look at that. He's a butterfly. He changed from the tiny caterpillar into a butterfly. Oh my. And he's very colorful now. He's got maybe red spots on him. Whatever's on one side is always on the other for a butterfly. Wow. So then the butterfly flies around and does not eat leaves. What does she eat, he or she? Flowers with their proboscis. It's a long straw like tongue, and it drinks up all of the nectar. And then, guess what? The last thing they do is the first thing that started our story. That butterfly will lay eggs. Isn't that amazing? So this happens every single time. It's the life cycle. Butterflies lay eggs, out pop caterpillars, and they eat and get bigger, shedding their skin, and then finally it's time and they hang upside down. That's the last time their skin comes off, and it makes a shell, a chrysalis or a cocoon. 2 weeks it takes to change, and out comes a butterfly. The butterfly drinks the nectar and flowers, goes off, and finds leaves to lay eggs. It goes round and round. That's a life cycle. That was kind of fun to do. Was it interesting for you? It was. I've watched that happen. So this is like our science journal. Talk to you later. Love you guys. Miss you.